examples of how to use what we know about special right triangles. So if we look at number 22, we've got a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, we've got 60 degrees here, so this must be 30. Okay. What are we given? In this case, we're given the long leg, right? And we're trying to find the short leg, y, and the hypotenuse. Now, it's always easier with the 30, 60, 90 triangle to just try to find the short leg first. If you don't know the short leg, find that, because you can get everything else from that. Well, I know to go from the short leg to the long leg, I multiply by the square root of 3. So to go from the long leg to the short leg, I'm going to divide by the square root of 3. So I'll take 2 times the square root of 6, divide by the square root of 3. If I do that, I can combine my two radicals. So I've got 2 times the square root of 6 over 3, which is 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so I get 2 times the square root of 2. And that's going to be my short leg, 2 root 2. Now to get the hypotenuse, I know that I'm going to just multiply 2 root 2. I'm going to multiply the short leg length by 2, so I get 2 times 2 root 2, which is 4 times the square root of 2. 4 root 2. So x is going to be 4 root 2, and y is going to be 2 root 2. Right, that's a not so hard example, but a little bit more complicated. Look at number 17. Okay, 17. Again, 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, I've got 30, I'm given 60 and 90, so I know the other one's 30. What am I given here? Again, I'm given a long leg. That's always the hardest case. Given the long leg, I have to find the hypotenuse A and the short leg B. Again, I'm going to find the short leg first because that's the easiest one. Well, I know to go from the short leg to long leg, I multiply by root 3. So to go backwards from the long leg to the short leg, I'm going to divide by the square root of 3. So B is going to be 9 divided by the square root of 3. And we usually rationalize the denominator here, so we multiply by the square root of 3 over the square root of 3. That gives us 9 times the square root of 3 in the numerator, and 3 in the denominator. We can simplify that a bit further because 9 divided by 3 is 3. We get 3 times the square root of 3. Okay, so that's B. So that's our short leg, 3 times the square root of 3. Now I know that now that I have the short leg, I know A is just twice as long as the short leg. So it's going to be 2 times 3 root 3, which is going to be 6 times the square root of 3. So that's my answer. Here's my short leg, and here's my hypotenuse. Okay, moving on. Number 4 here. Okay, this is back to which kind of triangle? The 45, 45, 90 triangle, right? If this is 45, then this is 45. 45, 45, 90. We know with the 45, 45, 90 triangle that the two legs are going to be equal. We're given one leg, so the other leg is going to be the same length, 3 times the square root of 2. The hypotenuse is the leg length times the square root of 2. So x is going to be 3 root 2, that's my leg, times the square root of 2. The square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is just 2. So I get 3 times 2, which equals 6. So I've got x is going to be 6, and y is going to be 3 times the square root of 2. It doesn't matter that the length has a square root of 2. That's just another number. What matters is that you take whatever number that is and you multiply it by the square root of 2. Okay. Let's look at number 6. Number 6, again, 45, 45, 90. Okay. This time I'm given the hypotenuse. Now I know from the last example, for instance, to go from the leg to either leg to the hypotenuse, I multiply by the square root of 2. So to go backwards from the hypotenuse to either the legs, I'm going to divide by the square root of 2. So I take 2 times the square root of 6, divide by the square root of 2. combine those two radicals, so I get 2 times the square root of 6 over 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so I end up with 2 times the square root of 3. Again, that's going to give me either one of the legs. They're the same, so x equals 2 root 3, and y equals 2 root 3. Right. One last example for this video. I've got a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay. And I'm given the hypotenuse again. I want to take the hypotenuse and figure out what each of the legs are. Just like the last problem, I'm going to divide by the square root of 2. So I'll take 6, divide by the square root of 2. Going backwards this time, right, from the hypotenuse to the leg. I'll rationalize the denominator by multiplying by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. It gives me 6 root 2 over 2. And then 6 divided by 2 is 3, so I have 3 times the square root of 2. So that's going to give me x and also y, because these are two both the same. Alright, that's the last video for this video. I'll make another video with more complicated examples